Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and we are answering publicly posted questions on avo.com. A as in apple, V as in victory, V as in victory, O as in orange.com. We have a question here that was posted from Watertown, New York on June 2nd of 2022. I am a fan of Watertown, New York. It's very close to the Adirondacks, very close to the Canadian border, and I find it to be a cool area. So let's get to our question. How can I file a lawsuit against the place I work at for labor laws, sexual harassment, and employee harassment? Okay, my name is, I'm not going to share your name because I don't want to put it out there. And I would actually recommend to you that if you can edit your question, remove your name, remove other people's names, because I don't want anything you put in this posting or this question, which is publicly available. I don't want it to be like used against you, or people like find it, or you, who knows? I don't know, right? So I would just recommend maybe take the specific names out. Like you don't need them necessarily to ask the question. I was asked to write this email to inform you about the recent events that have created a hostile atmosphere in my working environment. I have been subjected to insults, derogatory remarks, along with assault by a coworker, whose name I will also leave out. This is a formal complaint of harassment that I have been subjected to, and I request an early action and proper investigation of the situation. I work in Domino's as a pizza maker, and I have been employed there for 2 months. The harassment started shortly after I was hired. The first week that I worked, I had only a few encounters with Mr. So-and-so, and most of them were unpleasant. For example, one night when I was working at Domino's with Mr. So-and-so, he was very aggressive from the moment I arrived. He even took things so far as to say to me that I would not be able to get a promotion just because I am a woman. And that is the end of the question. Okay, so you listed labor laws, sexual harassment, and employee harassment. And in the question, you kind of talk about a hostile working environment. Let me say this. What he said to you is gender discrimination. You may have additional claims. There may be additional claims there because I don't know the whole story. But him saying you can't get a promotion because you're a woman, that is gender discrimination. Textbook gender discrimination. So first and foremost, make sure you're including in whatever you file gender discrimination. Now, you're in New York State, so you can file your case a couple different places. You can cross-file with the State Division of Human Rights in New York and also the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission on the federal level. You can hire an attorney to handle it for you. You can file it in court. You may or may not be subject to an arbitration provision, and you may also be able to file that then as an arbitration. Now, if you want to file with the State Division of Human Rights or with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, I do recommend you hire an attorney. However, if you can't find an attorney you like, or you don't want to for whatever reason, my channel has videos on how to file your own case with either the State Division of Human Rights or the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. My suggestion to you, file with both. And what you do is you file with the State Division of Human Rights and you check the box to cross-file that automatically with the federal agency, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. There are a variety of advantages to doing it this way, so I do recommend that. And if you're going to be representing yourself, it might be worth your time to grab that video I made about how to file it on your own. Now, if you do want to investigate the idea of getting an attorney, what I would suggest is you use this website, Avo, and you use their Find an Attorney tab. It's Find a Lawyer. And it's kind of geographical, so it's going to go by your zip code, and you're going to be able to find attorneys in your area who actually handle employment law. Now, in Watertown, there may not be too many options. And normally I would tell you, don't consider attorneys who do things besides employment law. Like generally, somebody says to you, oh, I do employment law, but I also do matrimonial law. I would say to that person, I would say about that person, don't hire that person. Employment law is too complex for you to be able to have time to do other things, in my opinion. That being said, in Watertown, you may not have too many options, right? So get a feel for the local options. Check out the reviews, which are aggregated here on avo.com. Check out their client reviews, check out their ethical history, get a feel for, what amount of their caseload is employment related. And if it's high enough, and if you feel like they're experienced and they have good client reviews, then, that might be a solid option for you. and you're going to need to go through the entire story because you're going to have this gender discrimination claim, but you might also have other claims, and you don't really want to leave any of the claims on the table. It's possible they could increase your damages. More likely, they're going to lower the risk, right? The more claims you have, the lower the risk of your case sometimes. So that is what I would recommend. I will check the comments on this video to see if you have follow-up questions. I'm sorry you're experiencing this. This guy sounds terrible, so I'm just sorry. I'm sorry you have to deal with this, but you're being very smart about how you're going about it, asking questions, gathering resources, gathering information. And I think for you, the next step is to have free consultations. Don't pay for consultations. That's very sketchy. But I would recommend free consultations with experienced employment attorneys to kind of dig into this further, okay? I do hope this video was helpful. If it was, consider liking and subscribing. That does help me to help more people just like you. And like I said, I'll keep an eye on the comments on the video, not on Avo. I don't track comments on Avo, but I will keep an eye on the comments on the video to see if you have follow-up questions, okay? Good luck to you. Take care.